suspect. One's not like the other. This look a little sus, dude. I see that. Bro, I think we found it, dude. Yo, what's up, guys? Welcome back to the channel. Today, we're actually going to be doing some diagnosis. We're going to be running a compression test on our SR20 240SX over here. All right, guys, so we're going to get, we got to get our spark plugs out first, disconnect the coil packs.
Whoa. We're doing any diagnosing. It needs to be on my new project car.
Oh, just because you got a project car, you're taking over the channel now, huh?
Hey. Come on now.
All right, guys. So I guess we're not going to do this on the 240. Let's do it on Rochelle's CRV. She can do it. We'll show you how easy it is. Even Rochelle can do it. No mechanical experience. There you go. All right, guys. So I guess we're going to be doing it on our 2001 project car CRV. Probably a smarter choice than the 240 because that one's running right. This one's running like let's check it out, guys. So we've got our B20 Honda engine here, and it's got some issues. So the first thing we're going to do to start diagnosing some internal engine damage is a compression test. Let's go from there. We got to pull these plugs, so let's get to it. All right, we got to get this fuse pulled out for the relay. We're gonna come right down here. We got a panel. Let's take a look. We got fuel pump. All right, let's make sure it's working. All right, so Wes went ahead and pulled our fuel pump fuse to make sure that we're not sending any fuel to the engine while we do this. We're gonna crank it over, and we just want the compression strokes, and we're gonna read those, see what's up, so we don't want it trying to start, so that's why we pull the fuel pump.
Try and say fuel pump fuse 10 times fast.
All right, guys, we're just gonna work our way down the cylinders here. Pull our spark plug out. Take a look at it. I mean, there's definitely nothing too crazy alarming on it. Let's go ahead and get our adapter put in here. All right, guys, so they got some multiple different sizes on the compression tester fitting, and we're just gonna match it up with the same size. So our spark plugs, we need to match it up, so it's gonna be this larger one. Get this threaded into place here. Rochelle should be doing this, but she took off, dude. She left us here. She said, work on my car, and she left, bro. Can you believe that? All right, guys, so we got this in here. We're gonna pull on it, make sure it ain't coming out. And then we'll just use our quick connect fitting. Boom, pull on that. What this says, and luckily we have an assistant to crank this over. All right, well that cylinder is good. Look at that, 150 PSI. That's good, we cranked it over a few times. So that's not our problem cylinder. All right, guys, we'll move on to the next cylinder. Let's see what happens. Give it a little bit more. All right, looks about the same. A little bit less on this one, but still pretty good. We only got 2 left. Ooh, I don't know. That one's looking a lot more suspect. One's not like the other. This look a little sus, dude. I see that. Look at black. Definitely doesn't look like it's burning correctly. Let's put the compression tester in there and see what happens. Let's see. It's a moment of truth. Bro, I think we found it, dude. Oh, yeah. Dude, look at this. Can't even pour a car, dude. So the spark plug told us the story. We're gonna check the other one just to make sure, but that's definitely. We have some major issues here.
Didn't even have nothing to let go, dude. Damn hole in the piston on the other one.
This looks like the other 3. So obviously, just by looking at the spark plugs, we could tell, boom, boom, boom. 3 of them were the same. Just a visual inspection tells there's something definitely wrong with that cylinder. And then, needless to say, do the compression test and it shows no. We're gonna throw a compression test on this one. I'm gonna have a feeling it's gonna be about the 150 range. Cylinder here, we're gonna get 150. Will she be all right? Yeah, so this one's good. So problem cylinder, easy. This tool makes it easy to diagnose engine damage. Now the next question is what is the damage? And I'll show you guys how to do that. Today we're going to be doing a leak down test on our 2001 Honda CRV. We had a problem with a dead cylinder. So we're gonna do a leak down test. What we're gonna need that is our leak down test tool. We gotta have an air compressor. Let's get over to our busted ass car. At our leak down test that we're going to be using today, what we're going to be doing is pushing air into the cylinder and then finding out where it's escaping to. We know that this is our problem cylinder, so we're just going to start right there. Now you can do it on the other ones to see how everything's sealing up, but honestly our compression test showed everything was good and it was all within range. This is our dead cylinder, so let's find out what's wrong. All right guys, so the first thing we have to do when we're setting up our leak down test is we need to get the cylinder that we're going to test. We need to get it on top dead center. That's on the compression stroke. That way we know that the exhaust valve is going to be closed, intake valve is going to be closed, and it should be holding that 150 psi pressure. And to do that on this car, it's pretty easy. It's a front wheel drive Honda, and Honda's got our crank bolt right here, easily accessed. We'll just go ahead and put this on here, and we can turn it over to top dead center here.
All right, so this cylinder, we're on the compression stroke. Now we're just waiting for it to get to the top. We'll watch this to see it rise. There we are. Hold it right there.
All right, perfect. So now we know we're at the top, dead center, on the compression stroke. Now we can go ahead and get everything hooked up and feed some air into these cylinders. Find out where my compression's going, dude. Boom! Got a little floppy. Woo, boys, 2 hands when you're handling this guy. Got that. You all watching my videos, dude? Hit that like and subscribe, dog. You get the million of you. All right.
Oh, look who we made it back to the garage. We already got all the work done.
No, dude, we did it all. You left us here, man.
What'd you guys find out?
Well, it turns out this cylinder right here has no compression, which means it puts out no power, which means right now this engine is only running on 3 cylinders. Surprise! So, well, anyways, you got a big trouble in your engines. We got to figure it out. So right now we're going to do a leak down compression test on here and see if we can pinpoint where you're losing compression. You come back out here and help us?
Yep.
Appreciate this channel and like the content that you're seeing here, make sure to hit that subscribe button, bing, right down there. Hit the bell, you'll never miss out. And if you want to support this channel, use the links in the description down below. There are affiliate links, they help out the channel. You're gonna buy anyway, so might as well click through on the Amazon link down there and put a little wind in the sails. Also over on Patreon, you can support the channel. I literally post more videos over there and there's no ads, so you can get that. And it's actually free to join if you just want to go over there too. But if you want to kick down $1 or $2, much appreciated. The 300ZX twin turbo shirt over on eBay, just different ways to support this channel. Much appreciated. All right guys, so we've got our leak down tester here. Now what this is gonna do is we're gonna charge the cylinder with air. And it's gonna show us how much we're leaking. We already know it's leaking pretty bad because we have no compression. Regardless of what these gauges say, we're gonna be able to listen in some different areas. Like we have the radiator cap pulled off here. We've got our oil dipstick pulled out here so we can hear any whistling. We've got our spark plugs pulled out in the adjoining cylinders so we can listen to see if it's any air, we're losing any air here. Their air box off to see if we have any air here. If we hear a hissing sound out of this, it's gonna be our intake valve. If we hear a hissing sound out of our oil dipstick tube, it's gonna be the piston rings. If we hear any bubbles coming out of our radiator, it's going to be a radiator, the head gasket. So it's going to be leaking into our coolant system. And the same thing with the head gasket for the adjoining cylinders to see if anything's coming out the head gasket isn't sealing up. And then of course we're going to go check the back of the muffler area, because if we're losing anything out of our exhaust valves, then it's going to be coming out right down here. So we'll be checking that as well. We're gonna need to use one tool. If you guys watched another video, we're gonna talk about doing vacuum leaks. This is one of my favorite diagnosis tools for engine damage and whatnot, is our little stethoscope. Open up, boys, we're coming in. All right, let's get some air onto these cylinders. We're gonna put 100 PSI into this cylinder. I'm gonna see what the leak down's gonna be. We're just gonna hook up with our quick connect on our gauges. We're gonna hook up to our air compressor supply. How we're gonna start letting air in. All right guys, so we're at 100 PSI and you can see we have a major air leak here. So now if you come in, we can listen and hear. All right, Dr. Jesse's in the house. Let's take a look and see what we get here. I'm just gonna first kind of put in here, put our hand here. Yeah, there's nothing come out of our intake, no sound, no air, because we're gonna be able to feel 100 PSI, you know, you're gonna be able to feel it. Check these adjoining cylinders. I don't hear anything. I'll do this radiator. No bubbles coming out of the radiator here. So next thing I want to do is check the dipstick. Silent on the dipstick now. All right, so we're going to go ahead and check our exhaust manifold, and this will put any sound that's coming out here up through the stethoscope. So this is all you got to do right here. And there's definitely a hissing sound coming out of our exhaust manifold, which means that we have a burnt exhaust valve. We go back and double check that on the muffler. Right back here, and guys, I don't know if you can hear that, but it's making a different sound coming up, and then there's a rush of air that comes out. So we're definitely getting compressed air coming out of our exhaust here.
You want to take it and I'll do it.
All right, Wes is gonna push on the exhaust. Wes is gonna push on the exhaust, and we're gonna hear that it's pushing out. Hear that coming out of the air. It's forcing it back through here and then out this other cylinder, because that one's on the exhaust stroke. So now it's the easiest way out is now here since he's blocking it. So we have a bad exhaust valve on this cylinder here. All right guys, well that's it for our leak down test on our Honda CRV diagnosis. We did a compression test, found the dead cylinder, then we just hit it with the leak down test, found that all of our compression is escaping through our exhaust, which means unfortunately we have a bad exhaust valve on this car. So join us next time. We're going to go ahead and get this thing finished up, project from start to finish. We did diagnosis. Next thing we gotta do is fix it. So I'll see you on the next one. Thanks for stopping by. Don't forget to subscribe.
My own world of make-believe. Kids screaming in the cradles, profanities. I see the world through ice covered in ink and bleach. Cross out the ones who hurt.